Hello, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. It's me, A. Prustian, and I have no idea what's about to happen next, so let's find out. Okay, I wasn't expecting organ music. Huff, huff. How did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh no! The judge! He's having a nightmare. What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence. You are no longer worthy of your title. Oof. Phoenix just got gavelled. I've had this dream before, someplace some time ago. Yeah, that is actually familiar. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today I'll stand in court as a lawyer to prove a killer innocent. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, clearly we don't want to do that. But also, it does feel like he doesn't have much choice in terms of Maya's life. But like, man, do you want Matt Ongard to walk away free? And also, how would he actually do that? Because it feels like he'd have to have some radically different approach than normal, because usually he gets people declared not guilty because they aren't guilty, and he demonstrates that someone else is, you know? I don't think you can do that here. So, hmm. Oh, that's his phone. Beep. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Beep. If you please, Mr. Lawyer. I love his transformation. Like, oh geez, come on, buddy. It just feels like the glass of, I don't know, what is that, brandy? It's so much. Alright. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. Ugh. Now listen up. You better get Ungard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you ever. Maya. Phoenix. Phoenix! Mia! Yay, she's back. Maya, how's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? I was gonna say, when are we gonna have this, like, spirit communication like we had before? That was very useful. Oh. She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia, what am I supposed to do? Is that because she's unconscious? Like, why would she otherwise not want to channel Mia? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. But you can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. I love how she has, like, Pearl's expression there of, like, oh, you know, the surprise. Ah, it's that accursed On Guard again. I don't think it is. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it. You really mean, pal. Ah, Gumshoe! I'm really, really sorry. Where are you? They let me join the investigation team. We're chasing after the killer, pal. then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not gonna give up. Gumshoe. Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're gonna do everything we can to find a killer. I kind of feel like you should keep looking even after that. You could keep going. If we can get Maya out, then you can get Ungard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. Oh, interesting. This is the play. Got it. I have to make the trial last longer? If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, then you two can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're gonna give it all we've got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. Yeah. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through. I know it. All right. I feel like somebody could explain the situation to the judge. And they could, I don't know, do something? I don't know. Maybe that's why they don't explain it to the judge. What would the judge do? I don't know. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt Ongard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. Mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder? That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion on Mr. Ongard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. You're saying that she is guilty after all? I'm not finished, Your Honor. Ms. Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. Indeed. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. And this is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes, Juan Carreta was killed by a professional assassin. Okay, so now is it going to be about, is the whole trial going to be, is Matt the client or is someone else maybe? And the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt Ongard. What a surprising turn of events! I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. Has it? Are assassins everyday occurrences? I know what's going on this time. So I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least until Maya is safe and sound. Wonder how the trial will turn out today. Good question. Who knows? Okay. Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Oh, that's right. I forgot. All right, Powers, let's do this. Here's something that I like about Will's character design. I'm gonna do it when I get back to him. Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please. He does this thing when he's feeling like kind of like about stuff where he really like lowers his shoulders and hunches his head down. Like he knows he's a big guy and he's trying to take up less space. I just think it's spot on. Oh, okay. I'm Will Powers. I'm a poor underpaid action star. And what is your relation to the defendant? Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way. Yeah. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, sorry. Well, I'm just a nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, me neither, Phoenix. But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Engard's room. Oh, okay, sure. Visit to Matt's room. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I guessed with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony. Yeah, talking with the bellboy is no big deal. Phoenix Wright! Oh my god. Is this your second most oblivious moment? Do you not remember who led Maya away from your conversation? He is completely memory holed, that bellboy. If one assumes that the person Mr. Engard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy. What are you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just going to have to charge in head first, right? Yeah, now the trick is making sure it's not too obvious that Matt really did hire an assassin. We'll get there eventually, but if we get there too fast, that's a problem. Okay, went by myself to Matt's room. The defendant's room? Why did you go there? Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother sort of, and I wanted to say congrats. What's wrong? Why did you stop? Mr. Wright, what is it? You're gonna try to trick me into a corner, aren't you? Huh? I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer. Oh, Powers. Listen, just because you're the last witness on the last day of the trial doesn't every other trial that person has been the killer, I'm pretty sure. Oh, poor guy. He can recognize patterns. No one said you were, Mr. Powers. No, please, don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy. I appreciate the self-awareness here. Every time? Witness. I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. No, he's doing a great job of wasting time here. Let him, let him cook. Let's go. Sorry. So, you went to the defendant's room, and then? Hey, wait a minute. When and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? You have a reputation. Okay, Matt was staying for the room. Are you sure that was Matt on guard? Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the Nickel Samurai mask then. If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And what was the defendant doing, standing in front of his own room? He was talking with someone. I thought it was the bellboy. At first? What do you mean by that? Well, he was in a bellboy-ish uniform, and he had a bottle of juice on a tray. Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me. Yeah, but I didn't think he was a normal bellboy. And why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? Yes, Will, that's the question. How am I supposed to know? Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry. Here's the thing. I feel like maybe he thinks that retroactively, because it's obviously the same bellboy who came and told Maya about the phone call. So maybe it didn't stand out as weird at the time, but did later? I guess I'm gonna have to wait patiently on this one. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt... Well, he gave the bellboy a tip. A tip? But that's a perfectly normal thing to do. So how long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think. I guessed with me, and I couldn't make them wait. So who are these guests you're talking about? I love, this is my favorite thing in the game, is when Phoenix has to obliviously ask, who are these people you're talking about? And it's like, it's you, dumbass. You guys, of course. You and Maya and Little Pearl. I thought it would be really rude, since I invited you guys, if I disappeared on you. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway. This is like squeezing water from stone. It's probably pointless to press further. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? You know what? I don't remember, but it's been a long time since I started this case. Yeah, I don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state. I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone very long. So what am I supposed to do with this? I wonder. What do I have to present? Yeah. The map? I don't know. I just really have no idea what I'm supposed to talk to him about. Okay, I had literally no idea, so I checked the site, and apparently you either have to press everything the right order, which who fucking knows what order that is, because I didn't follow the hint tree long enough, because also you could just press everything twice. So I'm gonna see what happens if I keep pressing. Which is funny, because Phoenix explicitly said there's no point in pressing further. Oh, come on, game. The defendant's room, why did you go there? Maybe this is how I get him to realize what's up with this. Why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Hey, wait a second. Yes, finally. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Ah, yeah, that's it. You really know your job. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps we should let the witness tell us. Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy, right? Let's do it. Matt gave the bellboy a tip. Okay. That was the least, amended thing ever. Alright. So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much it was? But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. Did he have a zipper face? I'm afraid I don't follow at all. Sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. The bellboy's face. Start with that. What was so shocking about the bellboy's face, Mr. Powers? Well, he wasn't exactly a boy, more like an old gramps. I hope you know that discrimination towards old men is a no-no in my court. No, that's not what I meant at all. In the smack middle of the guy's face, there was a line of stitches. A line of stitches? Yeah, and it went straight from the tippy top of his head to the bottom of his chin. Almost like if that thread were snapped, all the stuff in his head would come spilling out. Thank you for that horrifying image, Will Powers. Ah! Oh my god, Phoenix, have you finally put 2 and 2 together to make 4? He was there at Onguard's house. He was that butler. Finally, my dude. What is it, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. So that means Ongard was talking with the killer then. If that fact were to be exposed, Ongard would be declared guilty in a blink. Phoenix, you have to play dumb here. Pretend you don't know anything. This should be easy for you, Phoenix. Yes, Chief. You're sure you don't have anything you would like to say, Mr. Wright? Huh? What did you just say, Your Honor? Nothing, Mr. Wright. Nothing. We're just going around and around in circles. Now then, Mr. Powers, please continue with your testimony. Okay, I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I'm actually curious about the tip-giving thing itself. I'm gonna try pressing on this again. Okay, now I'm gonna ask about Ongard's tip. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give a generous tips, wouldn't you agree? Sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? Would you please clarify for the court about how much you would say the defendant gave to the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash. Yeah, he did. A roll of cash? Look at Powers. He's even, got his knees bent to try to shrink to be not so tall. I just enjoy the character stuff they do with these designs. It's one of the strengths of this game. Like, they do stuff that's really over the top, like this freaking zipper face on this guy. But it's so evocative, right? You get so much, like, character stuff out of it. I think it's great. Ah, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Do I raise an objection here, or do I wait and see? Normally I would raise an objection, but I want everything to be... Maybe I just wait and see here. I'm gonna try wait and see. There's nothing I can really object to here. I mean, who can argue that a fat roll of money isn't really odd? Shoot, maybe I should have objected. So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor. Shit, maybe I should have objected. Payment? Yeah, I mean, pretty clearly. Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Carita. Then the bellboy the witness saw? Yes, he was the assassin. Hold your horses now. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? As opposed to Phoenix Wright, he seems to say. I have here the card Shelley DeKiller left at the scene of the crime. Shelley DeKiller? He is the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley DeKiller. Really? Oh no! What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I figured something out. Yeah, that's who kidnapped Maya, maybe? Oh? Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night. What? Shit, Powers, don't. Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir, right away. Oh, dear. The second time. Okay. This time, I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Carita's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kinda out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin. I'm sure of it. I mean... You mean... Thank you very much. That is all we need for now. Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. DeKiller, and then we shall see. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. Ha, 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 ha. This is no laughing matter. No, it is not. All right. Okay, in that hallway, because I had to go to the bathroom. And what time was it? Well, I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m., right? And I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that. Then I came back. And then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8:10 p.m. by that time? You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers? Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats. That's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Are you sure it was the same bellboy? I mean, The zipper face is pretty, you know. Yeah. And how could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform, after all. But, you see, well, he had those stitches in his face. Ugh. So I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking with Matt. I want to know why, if you're a professional assassin, you would have those stitches in your face like that. So which room did the bellboy come out of? When I say room, I mean Juan Carita's room. The victim's room, huh? Yeah, the one with all the pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, all right. Words cannot describe how screwed I am. It's so true. Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? Now I think about it, the bellboy did seem kind of out of place. So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why the insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's gonna say next. Oh, well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? I agree that it is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide, or try to pull a fast one? Oh, God. Oh, fuck it. Let's try to pull a fast one. Maya's life is on the line. There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. But there really, really is. There really, really isn't. You two are done being school children. Bellboys are for room service. There's no reason for them to be empty-handed, ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one. Edgeworth. Are you gonna do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? Yeah, I think he is. I see. Very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. Yeah. I don't think we made it worse. It's just more clear, I guess. Okay, do I need to press it again? I'll press again, I guess. So you're saying it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed? Yeah, really suspicious. I mean, when I first saw that bellboy, this is true, he was holding a tray in his hand. And there was a bottle of juice and a wine glass on it. Juice? Oh, what kind of juice was it? I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice? If we could come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed, some sort of proof, then I think we can dodge the bullet on this one for now. Proof, huh? Sounds like another job for the court record. I mean, yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. We do have juice in the room. Alright, let me press on this first. Please don't be so quick to judge. But it's kind of a Powers family thing. Think of every person as a thief. Well, I guess a thief and an assassin are both sneaky and silent. That's not the point, Phoenix. In any case, if that bellboy was the assassin, it would be very bad for us. But he really is the assassin, you know? Yes, but you can't give in yet. If you want to prolong this trial for as long as possible, you're gonna have to pull some cheap tricks on this one. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, let's get back to that statement. Okay, let's look at our court record here. I mean, we have the tomato juice that was in Juan's room. Can I just present this? Let's give it a try. Mr. Powers. Yes? You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But, isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and... So, a baseball has stitches. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? I mean, Phoenix has a good point here. Stitches do not an evil person make. However, that is a really hilarious argument. Look. Well, there's also... I mean, what about him being empty-handed? I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. This is the crime scene. There's a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Corrida's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here, one can clearly see that is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Corrida's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. Ah, but that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room. No. Ah, but can you prove that Mr. Corrida was already dead at that time? Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? I blame you for leading me down this route. Take that, Edgeworth. Lose some testimony health, you bastard. I'm terribly sorry. He doesn't look like he's about to lose some testimony health. What is with him? Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? Is there? The bellboy was empty-handed. Or should I say empty-handed? I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Huh? What? Edgeworth cut him off before he could talk about this to begin with. That bellboy, he was wearing gloves. So? Gloves? Yeah, pitch black, leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Shit. Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier? Sorry, it slipped my mind. Ah, boy does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, got to focus. I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones. So? A football is made of leather. Oh, here we go. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they're made of leather? But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy. Erg. It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more. Okay. God. Oh, Powers. Alright. Their second meeting. Is this going to be about Maya's kidnapping? Ooh. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room? Yeah, I saw all that by accident. Some accident? I'd say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven. Hmm. I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, here we go. After leaving, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying? Excuse me? I may be a poor underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying. Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all of this from, Mr. Powers? Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye, sort of in a sneaky spy, like... I knew he was spying. Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know. Gave something to the person inside the room. Is that Matt or Adrian? I mean, I'd expect it to be Matt, but I wonder if we can argue that it's Adrian. I said hold it. Okay. That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details. Oh, okay. I should probably ask him only one question at a time. Let's ask about the person inside. So, who took this something the bellboy handed off? Actually, I don't know. What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. Only an arm? Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face. Yeah. Well, it was Mr. Engarde's room, correct? So it could have only been Mr. Engarde himself, I'd say. And then, what did the bellboy do after that? Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing, he just left without even going, yeah. But let me come back to this. I want to ask about the something. Okay, ask about this something. He gave something to this person? Yeah. And what was this something? Ha 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 ha. If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I? This implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers? I think it was something kind of small. I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm. Yes, it was just like that. Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important? Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. It's interesting because it almost feels like Edgeworth is playing the Phoenix role here almost, because he's the one having to say, like, of course, I think it's important about this stuff. And usually Phoenix is the one who has to do that. And I think it's because Edgeworth is the one on the side of the truth this time. And this is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off. Well, let's see. I think it was... No. If you remember, please add it to your testimony. Yes, sir. If I saw it again, I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue. Huh. A statue? Yeah, it kind of looked like one, I guess. If I saw the actual thing again, I'd probably remember, you know? It looks like for this trial to proceed, I'm gonna have to come up with whatever this statue thing is and show it to him. I'm gonna have to trust your instinct on this one and take a chance, Phoenix. Well, Mr. Powers, let's continue with your testimony. What did the bellboy do after that? A small figure, a wooden figure. A wooden figure. Oh shit. It's gotta be this then. Fuck me. Okay, well, let's keep pressing about this. Where did this bellboy go after he left Mr. Ongard's room? He opened the door of Viola Hall, went in there, and who knows after that, right? Ugh, I do. Was Powers not there when the bellboy came to get Maya? I could have swear he was. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. Did you see anything strange, suspicious, or just out of the ordinary at that time? Oh yeah, I saw that one thing. What? He saw something else? There was this jittery alien with a ray gun. It was watching Juan's door like some sort of stalker. I think we can forget about the alien. Well, Mr. Powers' testimony just now is just as vague as his first. It's all a little troublesome, isn't it? But I'm sure if you press him enough, everything will become clearer. Although, it just makes it harder on us, doesn't it? Ugh, talk about a lose-lose situation. It does. Okay, I am going to... He gave something. If I saw it again... Okay, here. Alright, let's try to present this. What was the point of that pregnant pause? Thank you, Edgeworth. Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up. It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this. Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix, deep breath. Mr. Powers, the something you saw, was it this item? Oh, hey, that's it. That's the something. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall we found this at Matt Ongard's mansion. At the defendant's house? Yeah, but if we know that the bellboy gave it to him, that's not too surprising. I guess it does guarantee that that was Ongard, not Adrian. What does this mean? It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley DeKiller assassinated Juan Carita in his room. And then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime. Then the bear being found at Matt Ongard's mansion would mean... It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt Ongard is DeKiller's client. Order, order, order. I said order. Mr. Wright, this is a most unfortunate turn of events for you. Yeah. Sorry, Mia. No, it's all right. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. Ah, I almost forgot that he knew about it too. I think it's clear that there's no need for us to continue this trial. No. I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please. Yes, Mr. Wright? There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can can't have that. Okay, here we go. All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? Um, maybe who received the bear? Like, it seems that it's Matt, but maybe we can argue that it's Adrian? Andrews? I'm not confident. There was one thing in Mr. Power's testimony that was very unclear, and that is the identity of the person who received the bear. I guess you could argue that somebody got it from him and then gave it to Matt later. He gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure of... Ah! Huh? 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 Oh my god, Will. What is it, Mr. Powers? If you're gonna scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why. Oh, yeah, sorry. Actually, so I remembered. Oh my god. I am out of time. I have to stop. I don't want to stop. I want to keep going, but I can't. I don't have any more time. I am going to have to stop here and figure out what Will Powers remembered the next time. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye.